Jake Paul has never shied away from calling out big names in boxing, and this time, his sights are set on Anthony Joshua. Despite the significant difference in skill, experience, and accomplishments, Paul remains confident that he could take on the former heavyweight champion. He has openly criticized Joshua's abilities, claiming he lacks a chin, is too stiff, and has no real skill inside the ring. However, Paul maintains that there is no bad blood, even expressing admiration for Joshua while simultaneously challenging him. When asked about the possibility of facing Paul, Joshua responded casually, saying, "Listen, I'd fight him." His promoter, Eddie Hearn, shared this with the public, reinforcing the idea that Joshua never backs down from a challenge. However, Hearn also seemed to acknowledge the massive disparity between the two fighters, hinting that while Joshua would accept the fight, the matchup might not be taken seriously from a competitive standpoint. Still, Paul's ability to create massive events in boxing cannot be ignored. His fights, regardless of the opponent, generate buzz, controversy, and significant pay-per-view sales. This has led some to believe that a Joshua versus Paul fight, while seemingly ridiculous on paper, could become a reality simply because of its entertainment value. The media frenzy surrounding this potential fight has only fueled speculation. While Joshua has nothing to gain from facing Paul, the sheer spectacle of the event could tempt both fighters into making it happen. Whether Paul is genuinely interested in stepping into the ring with a seasoned champion or just stirring up conversation for publicity remains unclear. However, one thing is certain: if Joshua ever does accept the challenge, it would be an uphill battle for the YouTuber-turned-boxer, and he might quickly realize that calling out an elite heavyweight is vastly different from actually facing one in the ring. Jake Paul has set his sights on Anthony Joshua, claiming the former heavyweight champion has no chin, no skills, and is too stiff in the ring. The YouTuber-turned-boxer took to Twitter, posting a picture of Joshua making a phone call with the caption, "Look who called 2026 Anthony Joshua." Paul insists he would beat Joshua, stirring up speculation and debate among fans. Joshua, however, responded in his usual composed manner. Speaking to his promoter Eddie Hearn, AJ made it clear that he's open to any challenge. "Listen, I'd fight him," Joshua said. Hearn confirmed that AJ would take on Paul without hesitation, though he acknowledged the massive skill gap between the two. "It would be a straightforward night's work," Hearn stated, emphasizing that Joshua isn't one to turn down a fight. However, he found it amusing that Paul mentioned 2026 as the target year. "That's like calling someone out for a surfing competition at the LA Olympics in 2028, Hearn joked. "If you really want it, do it in 2025. Joshua himself remains unbothered by Paul's challenge. When asked what message he wanted to send, he simply said, "Tell everyone I'll fight anyone, anytime. It's not a problem for me." The back and forth continued on social media. Shortly after Paul's tweet, Joshua shared a screenshot of himself on a call with Paul, fueling even more speculation. Around the same time, Beaver for Sports revealed that Paul had sent them a list of desired